So of course, as with any other programming language, C gives us access to various different looping structures. We have while loops, do while loops, and for loops as our main 3 structures. So let's go through each of them in a little bit of detail here. So we'll talk about while loops first, and for that I'll declare an int I that I'll set equal to 0. Now suppose that I want to print the numbers 0 through to 10, for instance. I can use a while loop to do that kind of repetition, so I can say while, and then I have to provide a condition to repeat instructions for, so repeat instructions while this condition is true. So I could say something like while I is less than or equal to 10, and then we could do something like printf %d and then I. And this will print out the value of I on each iteration. And then of course, with a while loop, we have to do something to eventually make this condition false. Otherwise, the code will just repeat on forever. So one of the easiest ways to do that would be to increment I like this, doing I++. That will increment I by 1 every time that this loop ends, or every time that this loop runs, and then it will end once I is no longer less than or equal to 10, meaning that the condition is false, right? So let's give that a quick run and see what happens. You'll see I get the numbers 0 through 10, and then the loop actually terminates. So this is the idea of a while loop, of course. It repeats instructions while a condition is true. So everything inside of here repeats while this general condition here is true. And of course, you can use any sort of Boolean condition inside of here. You could do things like and as well as or if you want to be able to do that with these types of conditions. And that allows you to be able to do various different types of repetitions for conditions. Now, a do while loop, if you're not familiar with it, some languages like Python don't really use a do while loop much, but some do. The main difference between a do while loop and a normal while loop is that we start off with a do. And then what we do is, at the bottom here, we provide the while condition. So while I is less than or equal to 10, for instance. And then what we could do is we could put our instructions inside of here. And these instructions will, again, repeat while this condition is true. So same principle as a while loop. With the main difference being, with a while loop, the condition is checked before the loop occurs. With a do while loop, the condition is checked after. So what's interesting about this is that even if the initial condition is not true, this loop will still execute at least once. So the idea of a do while loop is that the loop will execute at least once, checking the condition at the end of the loop instead of at the beginning of the loop. So let's take a look at that here. We'll compile. Oh, sorry, I forgot a semicolon here. Let's get that in, and then let's compile. So we'll clear this. So we can compile, and then we can run. And you can see that we get the same sort of result. I just forgot the new line, of course. So let's put that in as well so that we get a clear and concise result. Oops. There we go. So you can see we get the same result as the while loop. Now, the main difference here, as I said, was that even if the condition is false, the loop still executes once. So if I make I equal to 11, which is not less than or equal to 10, this loop will still run at least once. And you can see that that does actually happen. You see that 11 gets printed. Even though this condition is not true, this still executes once because the condition is checked at the end of the loop rather than at the beginning of the loop. So this is the idea of a do while loop. So that gives us a while loop and a do while loop. Last loop that we have here is a for loop. And a for loop works very simple in principle. Rather than looking at a condition being true or false, we typically are iterating more like a set number of times. So with a for loop, we would provide the value that we're iterating for, and we can declare it in the loop declaration, or we can declare it before the loop declaration and just set the value in the loop. So for this one, I'm going to do sort of like the classic example of a for loop where we're setting an int I equal to 0. We're going to loop while I is less than or equal to 10. And I'm going to increment I on each iteration of the for loop. And we're just basically going to print out that value I. Key differences between this and a while loop is that we don't need to do an increment of I in the loop. It's done here at the top instead. And that's really the main thing that's differing between these. Aside from that, it's very much so the same principle. We repeat until some condition is equal to true. This is until some condition is no longer true, rather. And this is really just like used for situations where we are wanting to repeat something on like a simple condition, like this kind of single operation, whereas a while loop works better for things like more complex operations or perhaps situations where we call a function that could be true or false. That's where a while loop would work well for us as well. So again, let's just run this and get an idea of what the output is going to be. It's going to be the same output as the other few instances. Of course, I didn't have the new line, so it prints it all on one line here, and we could add in the new line if we wanted to do that as well. So this gives you some intuition behind the different kinds of loops that we have available to us in C programming. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.